I'm here with another in and out video, and it's September of 2022, which means it's been a year since the first in and out video. And I have to say, I liked making them, and I think some of you enjoy them, but a lot of you don't care for them. So let me know if I should continue. And let's get right ahead and start with the things that have come into my life in September of 2022. If you've been watching my videos closely, you know that sweaters have been quite a topic during the past month. But let's maybe start with not a sweater. And it was my birthday in August. And when we came back from our travels in the beginning of September, I did receive another gift, which is this one. It's a case for the ebook reader my boyfriend got me for my birthday. And I got this sleeve thing from his siblings. And so that's another late birthday present that I got. I really like the color. It's made out of cotton, and I think that's kind of like a paper. And it's great. I'm gonna use it for my ebook reader. And that is the first item that has come into my life. And then also another sweater. I got more wool. I know I said that I really want to just use up this the things I have, and I think I'm gonna more so talk about that at the end of the video, where I talk about the month in general. I was looking for some black merino wool for quite some time now, because there's still a scarf that I need to make for somebody, and since this spring, and it was really hard finding secondhand merino wool. Now this is a very thin thread, but I'm just gonna take it double or 3 times or 4 times, whatever will be good. It's 1 kilogram, I think, so it's plenty. I'm gonna spend some time winding it up and using it, but I'm very confident that this is gonna turn out into a lovely scarf that's gonna feel nice to the touch and be exactly how she pictured it. But now let's continue with the sweaters. So I have these 2 sweaters that have been in my house for a long time. So this one I knit, I think in 2017 maybe, and I decluttered it at the beginning of 2020 because I just thought it's too bulky. I don't really like wearing it enough. It just takes up so much space in my drawer, and I decluttered it. But I thought long and hard about it. And because it's it means a lot to me, I didn't just want to throw it away or drop it off at some secondhand store and not be sure that it's actually gonna use it again. Which resulted in it laying around at my house until now, because I just, I wanted to ask my sisters, because the wool is from my grandma, and I wanted to, just be sure that somebody else uses it. And then the other sweater is one I got from Organic Basics in early 2021, I think. And then in early 2022, I decided that it's just a bit too long for me, and also because I had short hair, I thought that just the style and the color of the sweater didn't really suit me. And then I also decluttered this one. Since the start of the year, I haven't been to a clothing swap, I think, so it's natural that stuff is laying around in my house because it's waiting for me to take it to a clothing swap. I considered these decluttered. I did not have any intentions of bringing them back into my wardrobe. But then what happened is a general shift in perspective when it comes to minimalism. So almost a year ago, I kind of ditched all my extreme minimalism things. And I'm gonna make an update video about that. And also just a few months ago, I thought just more about having a few more options in my wardrobe. And then I remembered these 2 sweaters that I still had. And now fall is around the corner, and I was just really craving all of these different knits and cozy sweaters, which made me remember these 2 sweaters and thinking about just bringing them back into my wardrobe. Now, I've already got some comments that I was cheating because I didn't actually declutter them when I said I would declutter them. But it's just how my life was. I had no intention in cheating or lying to you. And I also think that it's actually a great idea to bring them back if I want to have them and if they're still in my house, because that's the most sustainable thing I can do. When I declutter them, no matter how, I can never be sure that they're actually going to be used. And I think that's okay if it's really something you don't want to have anymore in your life and you're not going to use anyways. But if I want to use them, it's better I keep them. It's better I actually use them. It's better I like go over myself and over like wanting to have only 3 sweaters in my life, because I know my life kind of like just works with 3 sweaters. And so I decided to bring those back. So these are 2 more items that have kind of like come into my life again this month. And I've been wearing both of them, and I liked wearing both of them, and I'm like excited and curious to see what the future holds and how much I'm gonna wear those. Which brings me to the last item that has come into my life this month, and it's another sweater. This one here is from Colorful Standard, and as you might know, I've been having like pieces from them in my wardrobe for almost a year now. Also, the sweatpants that I'm currently wearing are by Colorful Standard as well. And they just reached out again and asked if I wanted to have a piece. They would send me one, so I did not like get paid for it, but they wanted to give me a piece for free. And this is actually a sweater that I've tried on in the Berlin store in the beginning of September when I was there for a day. And I really liked it. So I already knew I liked the color on myself. I already knew I liked the cut. That was great. And so I said I want to have this sweater, and they sent it to me. So I didn't get paid any money for showing you this sweater, but I do have a 10% code for you. And if you use that, then I do get a small commission, which also supports me. So if you're interested in sustainable basics, and what's interesting about this company is their color range. So they have, I think, more than 50 different beautiful colors. And I know I just keep getting more and more neutrals, because I haven't even tried out all their neutrals yet. And I think I have like 5 or 6 pieces by now. But I can highly recommend them. It's great quality. It's organic cotton. They dye those pieces after like manufacturing them, which saves a lot of resources. You know, I think their concept is great. I like this brand, and I recommend you check them out. So we'll see how this life with 9 sweaters will continue. But let's now move on to the things that I have decluttered for my wardrobe, or for my life, and it's my wardrobe. It's more underwear. So this pair of underwear just has all the elastic things coming out of it, which is annoying in of itself. But now it also has a hole at a very inconvenient place, and so it's time for it to go, because it just has lost its shape, has a hole now. It's not comfortable wearing it anymore, so that's the end of this piece of underwear. And the other piece is an Organic Basics thong. I had it for 1.5 years, wore it quite much. And it has 2 holes, and the thing is, it's just below like the elastic part, and every time I like pull it up, the hole gets bigger, and it's just really uncomfortable. So it's time for this one to go as well, which is kind of sad, because 1.5 years is just not that long. Usually I do still think Organic Basics has great quality, and I liked their brand a lot. I can't really say anything for now, where the owner changed. We'll have to see over the next few years. But, you know, I'm sad that this one is already not good anymore. I have like the same one again, and the other one is completely fine. So it's not like that it's a problem of this style, I think. So yeah, this one has to go as well. And now I really don't have enough underwear. So during the next few months, last year it was bralettes, this year it's underwear. I really have to find some new undies, a new brand, because I'm not sure from which brand I should purchase. Maybe let me know your favorite sustainable underwear brands down below if you have any, because I haven't decided yet, and I really need to buy new undies. As for like general life update, how my September has gone and things like that. So I've been knitting quite a lot, and it's just, you know, the time of the year to knit more again. So I'm excited to knit more, and I think for my stock, I'm actually gonna go forward. As soon as I've like knit everything I need to knit now, I'm gonna promote yarn I have on my Instagram stories, or maybe also here on YouTube. And I'm just gonna like say like, this yarn, I want to knit something out of it. Who wants to have the piece I knit out of this yarn? Tell me what you want me to knit out of it. And I think that's maybe a great way to just make my yarn mountain smaller, and just do this in a very sustainable and also fun way for me, because I can maybe just choose what I feel like knitting, like what kind of yarn I feel knitting with. And so I think that's something I'm gonna do, but it might take another month until I have like done every order I have left. And then the other thing is about my ebook reader. I just finished reading an ebook I had on here. My boyfriend also got me for my birthday, and it was like Rivers of London, the last book, and I think it's called Amongst Our Weapons or something like that. And I do have to say, I really enjoy these books, and I've started like reading them many years ago, and they've just gotten better, and I think it's great. It's light, it's fun, it's interesting, it's written very well, and it's about detective work but also magic, and it's just, you know, it's just fun to read, and I highly recommend it. And I'm gonna like put a picture here so you can see how the cover looked, and I'm also gonna link the like Goodreads page down below. That's what I read this month, and other than that, I haven't read that much. Since coming back from my trip, my media consumption has changed to like similar as before we went on our trip. So I did watch some Korean dramas. I also found a weird, to me, new obsession with webtoons, which is like online cartoons. Because I think some K-dramas I watched were about webtoons, and then I thought like, oh, let's check out webtoons, and now I'm reading webtoons, and that's not something I've ever done in my life, and I didn't even know it existed a year ago. But, you know, I downloaded the webtoon app, and now that's something I've enjoyed doing. It's raining so much now, and I kind of just went back into the routine, and that's good. It feels like it has been so much longer than a month since I'm back from our travels. And on one hand, it's like great to just be back in my routine, which is nice. But on the other hand, it's like the same things, the same struggles I've had back then. I want to go outside more. I want to go swimming more. I haven't been swimming since we are back. I want to include a bit more like adventures and things into my everyday life, and we're just gonna see how October will go. Now, I would be really interested in hearing about your September, if you have any like goals left for the rest of, I mean, it's still 3 months, so 1/4 is left of this year, and also let me know how your shopping habits are, if you're happy with what you bought, what you are going to buy in the next few months, whatever you want to let me know. And now I'm going to link you my last video, which is about intentional consumption. I think this is really helpful if you think about the whole in-out, you know, wanting to consume more minimally or sustainably. So I hope you like it and you will check it out, and I see you there. And otherwise, I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye!